Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to what I am calling the mid-weekly spin rack. I'm your host, Chris, and you caught me being very lonely in my hotel room in New York City. We'll see if anybody shows up. If so, we'll talk some comics. If not, it was an experiment. Mmm. You guys ever try scallion pancakes? Good. Well, doesn't look like it's working necessarily. Oh, it is. There's just a delay. Hello to Danny and Philip. Um, nice to see you folks. Different type of show. Let me know. Can you hear me okay? Because this will be short, by the way. This will be short. But let me know how the audio is. I'm just doing a quick thing from my hotel room with my phone. Hey, Beowulf. Nice to see some folks filtering in. I don't have my studio or anything on the road. It's a little tinny. I'm not surprised. There's a bit of echo, and I'm in a decent sized room, but there's only me. So I am here in New York City. I'm actually in Times Square. The hotel I'm at is in Times Square. I won't be more specific than that. Uh, and it's been a day. Hmm. My flight. Hello, Sean. Hello, Christopher. Um, if I didn't say somebody's name, I'm sorry. It's just because when it's going on a phone, it just scrolls by real fast. And if I tap it, like I'll probably knock the phone over. Yes, do you like this? I've got my lamp here, my hotel lamp. Um, so what am I even here to talk about? That's a lot of preamble. Just letting some people filter in. Hello, Sean. I might go to Katz's Deli. I might go to Katz's Deli actually, because I've got a lot of time to kill by myself this time. The last minute, my wife was not able to make it. She wasn't feeling well. So that's too bad. On top of that, last night I go to take out the garbage. One of my cats escapes the house. They're indoor only. She still hasn't come back. So we're both pretty stressed about that. But, maybe it's good that Chrissy's home. Better chance of rescuing our little rascal, Lily. Um, so yeah, it's been a day. I'm sort of fighting a little bit of a food and caffeine headache. Long flight, and they don't really feed you on flights anymore. It's interesting. If he doesn't say your name, you should absolutely take it as a personal slight. Yes, exactly. Hello, Elithador. But I haven't gone to the convention yet. I'm only going to the New York Comic Con on Saturday. I was planning on doing a bunch of stuff in New York with my wife. So maybe I'll go to Katz's Deli. I'm giving some thought to going to the Mike Mignola art gallery that's going on. There's also Kodansha, the manga publisher, has a pop-up exhibit down in Soho, showing off some of their comics and props from various popular manga like Akira and Attack on Titan. That could be fun. Maybe I'll go see a Broadway matinee by myself if the price is right. Let's see. Apparently, New York Comic Con pissed a lot of folks off by having the retailer event on Wednesday. I don't know why. Why would that annoy anybody? Uh, they usually do have some like retailer stuff before the convention proper starts, but I don't know exactly what happened. So, hmm. Yeah, Beowulf. It's an exhibit at an art gallery that's here. So I think that's my priority. So I didn't go to the convention. I'm sorry that I'm eating at the same time. It's getting late here on the East Coast. But I did swing by Midtown Comics. I like Midtown. They got a bit of everything. For instance, um, let's see, what did I pick up? Oh, I left a comic over here. Hold on. I haven't read it yet, any of this, but I picked up latest issue of Jenny Sparks by Tom King and Jeff Spokes. I've been enjoying this more than I thought. At first, I thought I wouldn't be into it, but I kind of like it. It it reminds me of The Authority, but it's also doing something a little different. And there's a mystery as to like why Ginny is even back, because she was the spirit of the 20th century, and we're in the 21st century. Got the latest Ultra Mega by James Herron. Great art. Definitely recommend this if you're into stuff by guys like Daniel Warren Johnson or James Stokoe. Really cool book. And something a little more indie, the last issue of Hate Revisited. It's been kind of fun seeing Buddy Bradley and friends again after so many years. Pretty funny stuff. And then I picked up a couple of manga, the latest issue of hashtag DRCL and the latest issue, or Tankobon, I should really say, of Don Da Don. So those are, I'm looking, I'll probably read Don Da Don first. Oh, and then they had the coolest thing. I don't know. Do you guys know that my favorite Ninja Turtle is Donatello? Well, it is. And they had this. Let me see if the camera can show that off. This is like a Donatello based off of the original sketch. And they've got like a reprint of that sketch in here. The ones that like were done by Eastman and Laird. Like those were their original sketches. These guys in gray. And then they worked together to do this. And then they made there's a toy based on it, and I just really liked that. It was unique. Do I need it? No, but helps take away a little bit of the stress. And then I just decided, you know what? I'm in New York. Like, let's do something a little different for food. And I found this cool place. It's called a Kung Fu Kitchen. You know, they got to brand themselves if you're going to be near Times Square to just catch touristy attention, but it's got really good reviews for their dumplings and their noodles. And so I did pick up some noodles, and I decided to try something I haven't really had a lot of, which is scallion pancakes. So I got that. Hello, Kyle Carter. Yeah, Elithidor. It even has the tail, which they phased out pretty quickly because of just sort of how it looks in print. It doesn't really always look like a tail, even though that would be more accurate to being a turtle. Let's see. You don't go to New York Comic Con for things you need. That's the truth. Hello, Derek. The new Radiant Black issue was good. Yes, yes. Great, great finale to the Catalyst War. The event was a little slow to come out on a monthly basis, but I suspect that will read fantastic in trade paperback. Really cool event. I'm satisfied with the ending. Let's see. Did you hear about the Pokemon Typhlosion controversy? No. No, that one skipped me by. But there's a couple cool pieces of news out there. I don't have the ability to show anything on screen, so I'll keep it quick. But DC Comics and Global Comics did announce that they'll have a partnership, and that starts November 20th. So DC, pretty big publisher to go through Global Comics. They already have Image and Dark Horse and Archie and all of them. Are you reading Phantom Road by Jeff Lemire? I'm not, and I do like Jeff Lemire, so I probably should be, but yeah, what else is good for news? There's a trailer for Arcbound. That's the comic by, what's the actor? And I like this actor. Give me a sec here, folks. Tom Hardy. Tom Hardy is co-writing along with Scott Snyder and Frank Thierry a sci-fi book called Arcbound. There's a trailer out there on YouTube if you're curious. Jason Aaron and Mahmoud Asrar are teaming up to do a book called Bug Wars, where like these sort of like redneck badasses are going to have to fight like gigantic bugs. That starts in February. Marvel had two pieces of big news. One is that their next event is called One World Under Doom. Dr. Doom is now the Sorcerer Supreme, so that's going to be the big thing, and that starts in February. We'll see. It depends who's writing that stuff and who's drawing that stuff, if I care. Hello, the Freemass. I'm doing okay. I'm a little stressed about just hoping that my cat returns. It's really bugging me, to be honest. She probably will. And then the other thing that was interesting to me was that Marvel announced was there's going to be an Ultimate Wolverine series. Now, there's already, of course, an Ultimate X-Men book, but it's a very different type of book because it's about Japanese schoolgirls. It's about mutants, but it's very focused on characters that are all going to this one school. But what about the other mutants that we know are out there? And this version of Wolverine they've announced is a mind-wiped assassin working for the villain, the Maker. So that sounds a little bit like Winter Soldier stuff, to be honest. But it might be an interesting introduction to giving us something new with Wolverine. What I was kind of caught my eye and was like, okay, well, maybe actually, was the fact that it's written by Chris Condon, and he's written some great crime fiction with That Texas Blood. I really did like that. So, yeah, we'll see. Oh, I saw a comment, it's already slightly passing by, but mentioned the Extremity books, the big Kickstarter Ultimate Editions that Daniel Warren Johnson did, are arriving. And I did get mine, but I had to leave for my flight, so I haven't had a chance to open it up and take a look. Yeah, the Texas Blood guy. Anyway, that's everything I've got for news so far. I just thought I'd riff on a few of those, show you which comics I picked up. I'm probably most excited to read Dawn to Dawn. I don't know, it just really tickles my funny bone, but there's a couple good things there. Anything you guys are looking forward to reading out of what came out this week, or anything that got announced? Today was, Comic-Con, but it was a smaller day for Comic-Con. Oh, yeah, Marcus, I agree. That Texas Blood is quite good. I should have led with that. Pretty interesting writer. What I think I like about the current Ultimate Universe is they seem to really be allowing a pretty big breadth for the writer and artist to do whatever interests them with the characters. I think that freedom will lead, ideally, to interesting stories. But I don't feel like it's trying to be what the original Ultimate Universe it was, and I don't feel like it's just trying to retell classic stories modern. Oh, Kyle, I keep hearing good things about that book you're talking about, Falling in Love on the Path to Hell. Congrats, Beowulf. My favorite thing is Monsters 2 is pretty interesting. Sean tells me that I read Batman and Robin, very good. Oh, and Batman Full Moon. I did see that on the stands. But you know what? I was like, I'm kind of in the process of revising a werewolf comic book story that I had. Maybe now is not the time to read other werewolf stories. I don't want to be influenced by them, This Land Is Our Land, a Blue Beetle story. Oh, congrats. It seems very cool. Batman and Robin Year One, Wade Somney, and Space Ghost 6. Everybody's enjoying Space Ghost. I think I feel like the thing Dynamite's putting out that's probably selling the most is Thundercats. And then, like, for Buzz, it's, whatever's new, like, right now, Terminator, pretty soon, Silverhawks. But I feel like in terms of just consistent overall good reviews, people are saying that, like, David Pepos, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, his Space Ghost is good. I don't really know Space Ghost other than, like, having studied the Alex Toth designs, but I don't really know. I've never watched the cartoon, ever. Anybody hold on. I put some food in my mouth and then I was about to talk like something big. Plastic Man No More. I'm reading that one. Do you think you will review the Puppet Masters movies? I've been loving the Red Letter Media reviews about them. It's a possibility. I found some really cool obscure movies. Oh, since you asked, there will be a new trash movie bonanza Halloween themed up for you tomorrow, and then there will be another Halloween themed trash movie bonanza before we get to Halloween. So Hope you guys enjoy those. Space Ghost indeed rips and assumes you don't know any lore going into it. That's good. That's good. Space Ghost, first thing I think most people think of is, Space Ghost Coast to Coast, not necessarily the serious version of it. Just read Absolute Batman. What do you think of the whole initiative? I've been pretty impressed. It's early days, so there's still a wait and see aspect to it. You don't want to put yourself out there sometimes. But honestly, I gave a pretty lengthy review on the latest weekly spin rack for Absolute Batman. There are chapters if you want to jump around for things like reviews. And I was pretty impressed for a number of reasons. There was one little nitpick I had, but nothing that would ruin the experience. Knocked pros and cons. This is a surprise. How are you doing? I've got a massive caffeine headache. I'm nursing this Diet Mountain Dew to try to feel a little better. And I'm very stressed because one of my cats, indoor cats, has escaped outside. A nitpick from a comic guy? I know. I had somebody nitpick on one of my channels that was upset that I thanked someone for a donated super chat, which I did not solicit, but I thanked them and said, thanks. This will make New York Comic Con a little more fun, or something to that effect, And the person was basically angry that I said that I would take somebody's money and spend it on something that you don't need, that just fun stuff, spend somebody else's money. And I'm like, I sort of get your point, but I'm not out here begging for donations. And second, I make channels about comic books. If I don't buy comic books, I don't have anything to talk about. So talk about a nitpick. Oh, Mountain Dew, the sugar drink that will give you cancer. Well, this is diet, so there's no sugar, just to be fair. Anybody that's watching, by any chance, going to New York Comic Con any of the days? I think that the first super chat that I thanked people for was literally saying here, something to use at New York Comic Con. I'm pretty sure that it was my online friend Craig. So I don't know. I'm just sort of I can't win. There was a time before YouTube, I would say, where it felt weird when people would put a PayPal link on their website and then would I'll tell you the weirdest one for me. There was a site called Ain't It Cool News. And I don't want to go into the whole history of it because the main guy there is kind of gross and weird. But he would literally ask for specific things for his birthday and Christmas. And I'm like, yeah, that's gross. That's weird. But if people are enjoying what I'm putting out there for free and they want to support it so that I can make more, thank you. That's how it gets done. But I'm not going to force anybody to do it. Thank you, Tim. I'm risking tapping the phone with hopefully not knocking it over. I really appreciate that for something I don't need. Except I sort of do need it if I want to keep making shows. Hey, yes, there's my wife. Chrissy, I just want you to know I appreciate everything you've done to help get me here so that I can see a bunch of my friends. And I'm going to try to have a good time. I'm definitely stressed about our kitty. I'm worried about, how you feel overall. But I just want, since you're here, just want to let you know, thank you so much for helping me get here with all the booking stuff. And yeah, it means a lot. All right. Beowulf says, I'm almost medical debt free. Ooh, congratulations. That is no easy task these days, is it? That is no easy task. I couldn't find any of those Mego dolls. Oh, that's okay. I have no idea how that's all working. I just heard them announce that they're partnering with Walmart at New York Comic Con, and at some point in the day, they're giving out or maybe throughout the day, I don't know, but they've got 100 of each figure to give out each day, but I don't know how they're doing it. But I'm excited for exploring Artist Alley specifically because I really would love to potentially line up a few more interviews at some point. You do too many of them, and the algorithm definitely does not like it. They don't. But it's something I enjoy, and I think that if you do a deep dive with somebody that doesn't talk a lot, that's valuable stuff for comic book readers. I'll probably wrap it up in a sec because yeah, I want to eat this food, but like not. I'm not doing a mukbang. I'm not going to eat in front of you guys completely, and I need this caffeine to get because this headache is killing me. And I know that I've done that to myself by having caffeine regularly. But look at that, you get two of me tonight, dude. Dude, that means we can finally do the quadruple salute. Look at this. First time. First time. One Chris, four salutes. It had to happen one day. I thought that I'd have to take yoga and get my leg up here, but no. All I had to do was get a nice reflective surface at a moderately priced hotel. I tend to travel with Advil just in case. That's probably smart. That's probably smart. Anyway, it's just me, so I'm gonna try to do some comic booky things, I guess. The Mike Mignola exhibit at the gallery, Kodansha House. I'll go do that. They're both free too, so and I'll report back to you all, and I'll report back whatever happens at New York Comic Con. But I probably won't be able to do it on Monday because of travel. So just wanted to say hello to everybody. Quickly riff on some of the news that's coming out. The one that I was surprised by how cool it sounds is Ultimate Wolverine because of Chris Condon writing. But I will say, Jason Aaron and Mahmoud Asrar teaming up together for a sci-fi book, that's a dream team. All right. Thanks, everybody. I'm going to take off, finish my dinner. I hope you're doing well. And until I see you next time, how about a quadruple salute and tell you, keep reading comics. Bye.